Hello, welcome to Breathe with Andrew. So we're just gonna do another nice short little flow today. Nothing too extreme, just as usual, just to get our blood flowing, to find some stillness throughout the practice or even beyond. But if you could start with me, we could start in a comfortable, easy seated pose. Of course, my cat Binks will be making an appearance. So when you get in this easy seated pose, you can kind of sit however you would prefer. You don't have to sit like the Sukhasana, traditional Sukhasana. If it's more comfortable, you could kick out your legs, you could lengthen them, you could sit on a block, a bolster, whatever works best for you. But while you're here, just take your time, relax your shoulders. We'll bring our hands to our lap, whether the palms are facing up or flip down, whatever that works best for you. Soften your gaze or close your eyes and just pause. Simply be. That's all we need to do here. This might be the first time that we are pausing throughout the day. Just take opportunity of this moment where we can find some stillness and breathe. As we slowly inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Just taking a few more deep breaths here. If your mind wanders, that is okay. Just come on back to the present, come on back to the breath. Keeping these deeper breaths with you throughout our practice, and even throughout the rest of the day. When you're ready, we'll just take one more big sip in through the nose, big breath in. And then take an extra sip in at the top if you have that space. Exhale. Sigh it out to your mouth. Let it go. Good. On that next inhale, let's go ahead. Reach those arms up. And then just give yourselves a few moments here just to move around and explore however you would like to. Maybe roll out the wrists here. Give yourself a bit of a back bend, whatever you need. One more big breath here, reach out through your fingertips, and then as you breathe out, we're gonna bend the elbows, push the palms down, and then inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, bend the elbows, press the hands down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now we'll go ahead, we'll gently just bring the palms to our lap, or the knees, whatever works best for you. On that inhale, we're gonna sit nice and tall and kind of push your chest forward, draw the shoulders back, tilt the head back just a little bit as we shine the heart. And then on the exhale, we're gonna round our back here. So taking that seated cat pose, separate your shoulder blades, bring your chin to the chest, and then inhale, push your heart centered forward for that seated cow, tilt the head back, shine the heart. Exhale, round and curl in, feel those shoulder blades separate, chin to chest. Inhale, coming forward slightly, shine the heart, shoulder blades come together, head tilts back. Exhale, round and curl in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, we're going to round and curl again as that seated cat. We're going to exaggerate it and pause. So maybe draw that chin a little closer to the chest. Separate the shoulder blades a little bit more. Create a little bit more rounding in the spine. One more breath here. And then inhale. Coming into that seated cow, we'll pause there. Bring the shoulder blades together. Push that heart center forward. Tilt the heart back. Pause and breathe. Good, and when you're ready, gently release from here. We're going to shift our body forward. We'll find ourselves in a table pose. So uncross your legs, bring your knees about hip width distance, grip your finger pads into the mat, keeping your palms engaged just to protect your wrists. Now, same as that we just did in that seated cat-cow, we'll transition that into our table pose. So on the inhale, tuck your toes, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the head up. Then on the exhale, untuck your toes, shoulder blades separate, head releases as you round the back for that cat pose. Inhale, lifting up for cow. Exhale, rounding into cat. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good, we'll come on back to center in that table pose. On the next breath in, we're going to send our right leg back. Lengthen out through the right foot, out through the right heel, all the way out through the crown of the head. Feel the length in your body as you draw the belly button into the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, I'm going to use the core and obliques here to draw the right knee to the right arm. Just squeeze it in and hold. Pause here. Inhale, send your right leg back. Exhale, we'll bring the right knee over to the left arm. Pull it in, hold. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, right knee comes to our heart center, round and curl in. Inhale, send it back. And then this time, exhale, bend your right knee, open up your hips. Stack those hips here. Now pause here. Feel the openness. Maybe see if you can dial out that knee up and over a little bit more. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, we're going to take that right knee and swing it back into our chest. Use that momentum to step the right foot between the hands. On that inhale, lift your eyes up. Exhale, settle in for a low lunge. So in that low lunge, we want the right hip coming back, the left hip coming forward. Widen your stance here a little bit if you need to for balance. Having your chest lift nice and tall with the shoulders relaxed. Inhale, breathe in, create more space, lengthen through those fingertips. Exhale, settle in a little bit more. Breathe in. And then as we breathe out, we're going to reach our left arm forward and our right arm back. So the hips are still squared to the center, but this time we're twisting the spine, reaching the right arm back, reaching that left arm forward. Feel the length now out through the fingertips. Breathe in. And then as we breathe out, we're going to exalt this. So you can take your right hand on your low back, reach your left arm up, and then kind of pull your left thumb to the back of the room. At the same time, we're kind of shifting our hips forward, giving yourself a nice side body stretch, even into that hip flexor. One more big breath here. And then we'll reach that left arm forward, reach that right arm back, keep reaching that left arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, take your left hand on the inside of the right foot, reach your right arm up, and then shine your heart to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, we take the right hand down to frame that right foot. Inhale, come forward a little bit. And then as we exhale, using that same momentum, send that right leg up and back, bend the right knee, open up that hip. And then we'll go ahead, close the hip, finding ourselves in table pose. From table pose, we tuck our toes. Draw your elbows in towards the rib cage. So when we draw the elbow in towards the rib cage, we want to make sure those inner elbows are facing forward. And we don't want to, when we lower down, we don't want to wing the elbows out to the side. You want to keep them towards the rib cage. So kind of firing up the triceps and the shoulders. So on that inhale, come forward. Exhale, slowly lower down, keeping those elbows in. And then inhale, slither your body through and up for a back bend. So I'm going to do a baby cobra here. So in my baby cobra, I'm going to draw my shoulders away from my ears, pull my elbows in towards my rib cage, press the tops of the feet into the mat, engage my thighs, glutes, and low back, and inhale, peel up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, peel up again. Exhale, lower. And then once more, inhale, lift up for baby cobra. Now see if you can float your hands up here, just to make sure we're keeping that engagement. Keep those elbows in, engage the glutes still, engage the thighs. 2 more breaths here, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out, lower down. Bend those knees, windshield wipe the feet a few times from right to left. And then we'll find some stillness. Drop the feet to the mat. Push the weight into the palms as you ease your way on up and back into a Balasana, child's pose. So in this child's pose, we're going to bring our big toes together. Send the hips back to the heels. They don't have to touch. It's okay, they don't touch. And then we'll reach those arms forward. Feel a nice long torso. Really reach out through those arms on that inhale, and exhale, melt down. Now you could use a block here if you'd like to. Child's pose is a pretty deep stretch, so just take your time settling in. But when you are here, just breathe. Use your deep breath here to go a little bit deeper into your child's pose. Two more breaths. One more breath. And then nice and slowly take your time. We're going to guide our way back into that table pose. So shift your body forward. Bring your knees a little closer together. Grip your finger pads into the mat. And then when you're ready on that inhale, we could tuck our toes, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the head up into our cow pose. Exhale, untuck the toes, shoulder blades separate, head releases for cat. So now maybe take this at your own pace, just like we did earlier. Just connect your breath with the way you are moving your body. Inhale when we lift to cow. Exhale when we round to cat. Go around once more. And then we'll find ourselves back in that table pose. From here, on that next breath in, let's send our left leg back. Pause here. Isometrically contract the muscles. Draw the belly button into the spine. Feel the length out through the crown of the head, all the way out through the left heel. Inhale, lengthen, and then now working the obliques and core. Exhale, draw that left knee to the left arm. Squeeze it in. Hold. Inhale, send your left leg back. Exhale, left knee crosses the midline, draw it over to the right arm. Inhale, send it on back. Exhale, left knee comes to that heart center, squeeze it in. Inhale, send it on back, and this time exhale, bend your left knee, open up that hip. Pause here, really feel the hips opening up, stacking those hips if you're able to. One more big breath, and then using that momentum, let's take that left knee, we're going to close the hips, swing that left knee back to the chest, but this time step the left foot between the hands, nice and mindfully. And then when you're ready, use your core here. We're going to lift to rise back on up to the low lunge, but on the opposite side. Exhale, give yourselves a few moments to just settle in. So when we settle in, those hips will be squared, that left hip comes back, right hip comes forward. Widen that stance a little bit if you need to. Engage the core a little bit here as we relax the shoulder blades down the spine. Pause and breathe. One more breath. And then inhale, reach out through the fingertips. As we exhale, just as we did before, we're going to reach the right arm forward this time. Left arm comes back. Reach out through the fingertips. Really feel that length. Twisting in the core. Inhale, reach. Exhale, we take this left hand on our low back. Reach that right arm up and pull the thumb to the back of the room. Feel that length in the side body. Down into the hip flexor. 2 breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and reach that right arm forward. Reach that left arm back. Keep reaching that right arm forward. Take your right hand down on the inside of that left foot. Reach that left arm up and then shine that heart. Still reaching. And then go ahead, close that left hand down to frame the left foot. Inhale, come forward. Once again, use your core strength here to send your left leg back. Bend the left knee. Open up that hip again. And then close the hip. Table pose. As I said before, make sure those elbows stay in towards the rib cage as we lower down with that modified chaturanga. Tuck your toes. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, slithering up for your back bend here. So in our back bend, we can take another baby cobra unless you have another variation. But if you're in baby cobra, stay low. Draw those elbows in. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 3 breaths here. We're just going to do one solid baby cobra. Engage your thighs, glutes. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. And maybe lift your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Great job. Lower down. Bend those knees. Windshield wipe the feet from right to left a few times. And then we'll find stillness. Drop the feet to the mat. Ease your way up and back into our Balasana, child's pose. Once again, send those hips back to the heels. Reach out through those fingertips. Lengthen in the torso. Use a block for support, whether it be between your feet, on your chest, or your forehead. Big breath in, and on your breath out, just melt into your child's pose. One more breath. And when you're ready, nice and slowly, guide your way up into a table. From table, let's begin to walk the knees to meet the hands. Cross the ankles. Have a seat. Bring the knees in front of us. Bend the knees. Reach those arms forward. And we're going to slowly lower down to our back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. When you're down, hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit here from right to left. And then when you're ready, let's find some stillness. We're going to open up our arms out to a T. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, let's drop our knees all the way over to the right. Allow them to completely relax. Turn your head over to the left, and just melt and surrender here in a supine spinal twist. Relaxing, breathing, not holding up any tension or gripping. Just give yourself permission to surrender. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Guide the knees and head back to center. Take a big breath in at the top, and then as you breathe out, drop the knees over to the left. Turn your head to the right. Give yourself permission on this side just to melt, surrender, and relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on that exhale, nice and slowly draw the knees and head back to center. One more time, hug the knees into the chest. Squeeze everything in, take a nice big breath here. And as you breathe out, a gentle sigh out your mouth. As you lengthen your legs, bring the feet to the corners of the mat and drop your arms off to the sides of the body. In our Savasana pose, you could choose to stay in Savasana or come into a seated pose, whichever you prefer, just to close out that practice. But when you are here, just give yourself a moment, soften your feet, your ankles, your legs, soften your hips, your pelvic area and glutes. As you relax your belly, your chest, shoulders, and back muscles. Washing away any tension that might be in the hands, the wrists, your arms. Relaxing your throat, your jaw, fascia muscles, and scalp. As you lie here or sit here, finding that stillness, and breathe. Now you could choose to stay wherever you're at. You can turn off the video and just keep continuing your Shavasana. If not, if you're lying down, maybe making your way up to a seated pose, taking your time getting there. We close out our practice with 3 big breaths. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Aum. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you all so much for being here, for taking part in this yoga session. Feel free to come back and check out my other videos. Namaste.